Yeah. Getting real gooey.
Go get that goo.
Spitter goo! Run, bitch!
Man,
run for your life!
I literally played Left 4 Dead 2 for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yep.
I haven't played that game in so long.
That's why I'm glad we all have Vermintide.
I know. I was gonna start playing a little bit of it before we started recording, but I'm like, no, I can't get into this right now. I haven't even loaded it up yet.
You're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna fucking love it.
If you like
You're
it
gonna
half
love it
as much as I do,
you're
you're gonna
pants.
shit your pants.
That's right. Because I don't think I played nearly as much Left 4 Dead as you guys have, and I love Vermintide. It's just like a combination of like the weapon and character customization of like say Dark Souls and like the gameplay of Left 4 Dead, but it's almost all melee weapons and less like shotgun, pistol, X weapon based.
Right.
And there's a character that's called a fucking battle wizard.
All right.
I just feel like I need to mention that it might be the coolest name ever.
Yeah, it's pretty great. He's not lying.
I'm not gonna lie.
When are we gonna do a video of that?
Fucking soon. Because I know Adam bought it too, so...
I was gonna say, does Adam have it?
Yeah. Because it was on sale on Steam for super cheap. It was like $6 or $7 or something like that. Yeah. Look at my saber-tooth collar on my sweet, sweet armor.
Kinda does have one. I forget if I even had anything to upgrade, if I could.
Oh, I've been, in my very limited time in the car in the past few weeks, I've been listening to a short stories collection by John Langan. He does like a bunch of horror stuff. He did a book called The Fisherman, which is a very weird... Ando, you would enjoy it. It's very like Lovecraftian and like magics and shit like that. Like it's very strange. But the short story, it's essentially like a weird vampire myth.
Oh.
But like they sort of explain how it's like a vampire and how it's not. And so they're trying to fight it or whatever. But somebody they're talking about like the thing's claws and they're like, yeah, it has like these Wolverine claws. And I'm like, oh, okay, like obvious reference, whatever. Ha 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 ha. And then one of the other guys goes, no, I think it's more like Sabretooth's claws because they don't come out of his hand. And it's like, and then he's like, and then he makes a fist. He's like, Wolverine, and then he opens up his hand and shows his fingertips, and he's like, Sabretooth. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, that was great.
That's a good.
That's a really specific reference.
I know, right? I was very confused by it. I'm like, I was not expecting this. But yeah, if you're into like weird magic and like folklore and like Lovecraftian
like magic
things.
spelled with a K.
Yes, like magic spelled with a K. Like they're drawing runes on axes and like chopping stuff with it. Like it's super weird and awesome.
Rune magics.
Fire my magic missile with my rune magics. Yeah,
look at all this creaky.
Oh! Ooh! Look at his little frosty climber. He's
walking backwards.
He's a Lara Croft.
Are you seeing this?
Ooh, he is backwards.
He's Voldoing.
Are they all like that?
I don't know.
He's Voldo.
Ew. Bumblebee Pants Voldo.
It's the best one.
Is that 4 that he has Bumblebee Pants?
I think we always ask this. I don't know.
Because I hate Voldo.
I don't think any of us are ever sure.
I hate Voldo. He sucks. He's the worst. Every time I see him, he's like one of those things that just instantly repulses me. Fucking Voldo, you're so gross.
His story is so weird. Like, do you know what his backstory is?
That he's a sweaty, panting leather daddy?
I mean, yeah, in a way.
I mean,
but like,
he's like kind of
he was like someone's servant, like a king's servant.
Uh-huh.
And like, he was like charged to like look after this guy's I guess the king's treasure. I'm probably getting all this wrong, but this is what I remember from one of the games. And like he's like locked in the basement with like all this like king's treasure and all this stuff, and he goes crazy because he's in isolation for so long that's why he looks like the way he does, acts the way he does, because he's just fucking crazy from being by himself for like years.
Too much treasure.
Like locked in a basement. Yeah.
He's locked in a basement.
Treasure.
I mean, he was. It's pretty much what he was. He was locked in a basement.
I like the idea that the king's like, you know what? I've got all this treasure, and I don't really like this sweaty, panting leather daddy. Let's put him in the basement.
Yeah.
Put him with the treasure. See what happens.
It's just
nothing can go wrong here.
The treasure surely won't drive him mad.
And my finest bumblebee pants will be down there.
I think the only reason I know that is because from Soul Calibur 2, because I played that one the most, so I played like almost everyone's story mode.
Yeah.
And like I think that's the only reason why I know that is because from that one.
Yeah. I think I also played 2 the most, but that was because it was in that arcade that was by the Art Institute.
That's because that was the best version because it had like that world conquest mode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
It looks like we're going to have to Uncharted.
Yeah.
Whee!
Like how
I
I
think
did
for
pop shove
April,
it.
there's a new Uncharted game. I think it's a Thief's End. It's free for PlayStation Plus now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess since they did the Drake collection last month or the month before, they just added a Thief's End now.
Hey, if you're
It's
watching this
free.
video and you want to watch a playthrough of Uncharted 4, it's up on this channel. Go watch it.
Where I get disappointed that at the end of the game they don't kill him off.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. Because I don't think anybody, like none of the main characters die. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're gonna call it a Thief's End, like...
Right.
That's kind of a missed opportunity to kill him off.
Yep. No, I totally agree.
Not a Thief's End because it's his last game. I don't... Whatever.
I still think
he
my
did a little
favorite
spin.
one is the second one.
I mean,
Still need to play that one.
It's easily the best one.
It's the least, like the controls are better, and it's like the least ridiculous. Not that I don't like 3 and 4, but like 3 and 4 are just like, here's an Indiana Jones movie with Nolan North. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, here's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Maybe it's a little less stupid, but it's just as like wild and ridiculous. And the second one's okay, this is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'll still say this though. I mean, you could tell that's what they were going for, like
Oh,
the
yeah, for
Indiana
sure.
Jones kind of feel.
Yeah.
Because like all the games felt like that, and then even the Japanese artwork, it's like looks like an Indiana Jones fucking movie poster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The way it's
Absolutely.
drawn.
So my feeling is that like 3 and 4 are practically the same game, but the only difference is that the 4th one introduces the brother, so
Right.
there's like a reason for him to be an asshole in that game. Like the 3rd one, he's like, I'm an asshole because I want treasure and I want to be the best boy that was ever a boy. And it's just like he doesn't have any real motivation for like wanting to be the best at things. So it doesn't really,
Yeah.
The best treasure man.
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And like the 3rd one, it's like, oh well, I'm not with what is the girlfriend's name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I want to say Ellie, but I know it's not Ellie.
No.
But it's just like, oh well, I'm already like away from her, so I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And then she shows up, and then he's like, okay, I guess I'll be nice again and like not be a
Okie
huge
dokie.
greedy asshole. And then the 4th one is at least like, well, I'm being a greedy asshole, but I'm doing it because my brother's here and I need to help him.
Because
Like that's
brother.
the reasoning. Because brother. So like that's
Yeah.
the reasoning. So at least that's like a legitimate like thing.
Yeah, I can
So
see
then
that.
like when he's like estranged from like the wife for a little bit, then there's like a reasoning behind it.
Right.
And then of course at the end it's just like, oh, I forgive you.
Yeah.
You can go be a dumbass and your wife will forgive you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that happens.
because apparently that's a.
My wife is living proof that I can be an idiot and she'll still love me. Or at least
Oh, yeah.
for now. Ooh, look out for his
boy, look at
long,
this.
ropey penis!
Oh,
Wash, wash, wash into your truck.
His new album is finally out.
I was gonna say, we were just talking about that recently, and I still haven't listened to it yet.
Well, because it was only on Pandora for like a month, but I think it's
Oh,
out
that's
like, on
right.
everything.
Fucking Pandora. What is my mom here?
I downloaded Pandora to listen to it, and then it's like,
it's not like it's Kazaa or anything.
yeah, and then it's like, hey, you should come back and listen to more Pandora, and I want to be like, hey, yeah, guess what? Fuck off.
Sorry, Grandpa. I'm not gonna listen to Pandora. I don't want to hear about your stories from World War II.
I tried to listen to it over like the course of like a day, like going from like going to work and then like coming back from work, because my commute is only like 25 minutes to work. So it's not like it's long.
Right.
So it was just like I
Wow.
would play it, and then like 3 or 4 tracks in, it would just stop, and I would have to go back into the app, go back to the album, and start playing
Remember,
it
you
again.
gotta shoot him in his gonads in his mouth. Gonads
Yeah.
and strife. Gonads and strife. Gonads and strife. Yeah, no, Pandora sucks. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, I will tell
I
you
don't
this.
think I've ever used it.
I will
I'd
tell
rather
you
use-
this. Go ahead.
I'd rather use a Zune than use
Hey!
Pandora.
You fucking shut your mouth about a Zune.
I will tell you this, that
That
having,
was a serious thing, by the way. I would honestly get a Zune if you could still buy music on Zune.
I still have mine, and it can be used. It's just not to download music.
you can't use it to use the thing that you wanted to use it for anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
No, I can tell you from experience though, like, because I've put music on Spotify and shit like that, like, you make nothing off of people listening to your songs on streaming services.
Oh, I know.
You
I'm not surprised
I
by
make
that.
like 1/10 of a penny when somebody listens to a song. It's fucking nuts. Because I just downloaded an app where you can, like, you know, customize your whatever your playlist on there, or like your artist page or whatever, and it was like, your song has been listened to this amount of times. Here's 2 cents. I'm like, cool. At this rate,
Sounds
I'll
about
die
right.
before I make money on this album.
It sounds like YouTube.
Yeah, you know what? It is kind of like that.
Hey,
Actually,
I looked the other day and we had a whole $2.30.
after 5 years, we've made $22 from YouTube ad revenue.
Oh my god.
You should use your shotgun.
You think that's better?
I don't know, but I mean, it's got to be better than the line gun taking forever. There you go.
No, I got
you get
one
one?
shot in. I think.
So this seems like a time that the plasma cutter... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, this seems like a time
What?
that the... okay.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Like, this is the only time so far that it has been inconvenient not to have it. Because I feel like when you had it, when you did this boss, it was... Like, once you started attacking him in the mouth and stuff, it seemed to work out. But, oh my god!
Oh my.
So does that only have 2 shots?
No, I've just been reloading like a jackass.
Oh, okay. Jesus. Hey! I was gonna say reload. Hey, you got him! Now you just have to Bowser him. You have to do this like 2 more times, and then you got it. That's the power of Bowser!
Ah, I almost had him a third time.
Oh, I gave you the old licky boy.
Lick your butthole. Lick it all day long.
What?
What? Don't fucking judge me.
I mean, I will, and I did. Also, I mentioned this when we recorded the last time, but I'm bringing it up again so I can tell the people at home that your fucking, like, helper in Half-Life Alyx calls the antlions leggies, and it never stops being funny, and he continues to say it throughout the game. So, like, there's a weird part where they have, like, a bunch of antlions, like, hooked up to a machine, and Alex is like, what are they doing to them? And he's like, they're milking the leggies. And I was like, ew.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So, when we recorded this last time, it was during April Fool's.
Uh-huh.
And after we filmed, I found someone had posted that, and it's not real, I'm sorry to say, Ando, because this is something that you would like cream your jeans over. But someone put up screenshots.
How did you know I'm wearing jeans?
For screenshots for apparently what was a real pitch to Disney for a new Quackshot game.
Ooh. Oh man.
Yeah, and of course I got fooled by it for like a full minute, and my response was just like,
Okay.
Insert disc 2.
Insert disc 2. My response is like, man, I really hate it when people during April Fools put up these fake projects for like, oh, here's like a thing that we're doing and it's real, and then it turns out it's not real. And people are like, wow, people are really like upset over this. I'm like, hey, like maybe my gut reaction was like I was really pissed off about this. But let's be fair, it's just upsetting that it's not a real thing. And it's not the end of the world. But there's also these people on Twitter that, like, as soon as you're mad about something, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be mad about everything. It's like, hey, maybe I'm allowed to have a genuine reaction to something where I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not the end of the world.
Hey, you know what's not an April Fool's joke?
What's that?
The fact that fucking Last of Us 2 is, like, fucking...
Oh, God, yeah. That was
dead in the water right now.
Yep. Well,
it's not a thing.
Maybe if they wouldn't have crunched their employees so fucking bad, then
like what?
You know.
So what exactly happened? Because I didn't really like read. I just looked at the.
Look at him work.
Look at him going. He's just slugging around.
Apparently, just because of the way things are going with COVID and everything,
right.
they can't finish polishing the game.
Oh, okay.
And they basically don't have a timeline to when they're going to be able to finish because they don't know when all this shit is going to be over.
Right. Okay. That's what I kind of thought, but I wasn't sure just in case some other thing happened.
I didn't read the whole thing either, but that's what that's from what everyone has said, that's what I assume to be true. But the thing that came out a few months ago was that basically, like, their crunch was so bad over at Naughty Dog at one point that they couldn't keep any senior staff members.
Oh,
so
yeah.
all of their team is these young people. And someone said, yeah, with a more senior team, even if you were crunching them, like you still would have had a shippable game a year ago.
Right.
So I don't know.
And Bird's favorite. Well, and we might find out that by the time this airs, that there's been some kind of resolution to that. But also, Bird's favorite game developer, Randy Pitchford, is like getting hot coals shoved up his ass.
Yep. Do you want to talk about it, or you want me to talk about what happened?
I mean, we don't have to like spend 20 minutes on it, but like,
no, I wasn't.
He was essentially promising. They were underpaying their employees with the promise that they would get bonuses after the game had shipped. Like once the game made some money, they were supposed to get bonuses.
They would get royalties, basically.
Oh!
And then essentially what ended up happening was he was like, yeah, turns out I was lying.
He was basically like, well, we didn't make as much money on it as we thought, even though they took an Epic sponsorship and was on Epic for 6 months and
right.
All this other shit. They basically said that the game was too costly to make, and okay, I guess they just won't come through a doorway again.
You should reload before you go out there.
They're probably going to come down right behind you, so. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
but I guess people at the company who were there when Borderlands 2 came out said that like their bonuses were large enough that they bought houses in like the suburbs of Dallas, which is like $500,000 homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was on Inside Gaming. That's where I heard about that.
I saw it a couple different places, but yeah. And he basically told them that if they didn't like it, they could quit, which is, you know, always the good sign of good management.
Yeah, right?
So, yeah, just fucking quit, asshole. I'll find somebody else. Okay.
That's what these guys are doing. Look, they don't care.
I like how they bip bop in the room and then like slap you a little bit, and they're like, "No, we're gonna fuck off now." Look at me, I was all like, "Whoop whoop whoop."
Did you see me escaping?
Oh boy, these guys.
I don't think it's doing any damage to them whenever you're like not in the other room.
I mean, he definitely killed a bunch of them. Don't forget about your javelins.
Yeah, you could be using javelins.
That's kind of hard to aim when they're right up in my ass.
No, I totally get it. When he's got his hand up your ass like a fucking Muppet, it's kind of hard to shoot.
Oh, boy. But they dropped a lot of shit.
Well, that's good. So is this where we left off?
No, we were,
Are we a little further than this?
Yeah, we were in chapter 10. This is still chapter 9.
Oh.
From what I can believe.
Yeah, we were at that part.
The gaping maw.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Where I have to stasis a drill.
Yeah. There's some sort of drill that needs stasis.
Spoilers.
No, no.
Yeah, I got everything.
I thought it was like disappeared.
I thought it fell down the hole.
I was hoping that it would, because you know that wouldn't have been any of a surprise to this game. So let's head back.
So what? You have to go back up, up the stairs, up that ladder.
Well, no, that was just optional.
Oh, okay.
To get that stuff.
I got you.
Yeah, the real area was over here.
The real excitement is this way.
Is it exciting though?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, this part, it's definitely been better.
Oh yeah. I'm taking out of this game because of the fact that it's mostly on like a snow planet, and that really doesn't feel like it fits the theme of these games.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I know I'm gonna make the tired joke of, hey, remember the thing,
right?
But like that's what this feels like, and I'm like,
it does kind of. You're right.
I liked when I was like in a by myself in a space station where shit was going crazy.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there.
About time, Isaac.
Isaac, you made it.
Thank God.
I knew you'd catch up.
Good to see you made it, Isaac. You know, maybe we should give you two some time alone, huh?
Oh well, get a room.
Oh, look at me being passive aggressive.
We need him. This man.
Passive aggressive statement. Passive aggressive statement. Passive aggressive
Let's see
statement.
if they acknowledge him.
We need to shut down that damn machine, and we don't even know where it is yet. I do.
It's right there.
I think I know how to find it. What?
Oh, thanks, background character.
Look, he's not even like. Oh, they do notice him.
But the written logs.
They did notice him.
Who did? I didn't see it.
The girl holding the plans.
I closed my eyes. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. My head canon lives on. Ando.
Okay. No, I want to believe that too. I want to believe he's his ghost dad.
Ghost dad.
Ghost dad.
So when does Peng show up?
Chapter
Did
14.
you say?
Okay,
Okay.
so we're not
So
missing
we got some
Peng.
time.
No, we haven't missed Peng yet.
Okay, now we're in chapter 10.
Good, because you know if we miss Peng, it's your fault, Tom.
I literally saved the location of Peng on my phone, so in case this moment ever came up, I could tell you where Peng was.
Good.
I like to be Peng paired.
You should be so glad you're not in the room with me.
Fuck
I would
off.
fucking strangle you. I would strangle you, Mr. Simpson.
The rat fell in the deep fryer again.
If I had a girlfriend, she'd kill me.
You a drinking man, Serrano? No, sir. I prefer cognac myself. Probably a bit cliche, but
You gotta make a torque bar.
you are.
You can open that room.
Oh, a torque bar?
Oh boy.
I dropped your torque bar in the deep fryer, Mr. Isaac Clarke.
So here's the thing,
Imaginary
though.
friend Carver.
I was already in there.
All those ice cubes you're experimenting on.
So, like, should I even bother going in there again?
You'll get stuff.
Much support you.
Alright. Fine.
Oh, I
let's
see
do it.
what you're saying.
You play by
Because you
Because you're
technically
re-
already play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brr. Mash, 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 mash.
Mash like you've never mashed before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get stuff, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
What's that up there?
What is that? Oh! A pneumatic torch.
So you can basically
What
get
do I
like a flamethrower.
I'll pick that up so I can just immediately put that on the bench.
Good choice.
Is that it? No, there's this guy.
Also, Ando, I hate
That
to be
was-
the bearer of bad news, but you're gonna have to upgrade your kinesis distance, like your little grabby thing. You're gonna have to upgrade that a bunch to be able to get. Peng.
Yeah, you say that, but I don't think I'm at a thing to do that.
Well, you don't have to do that for a while, but you will have to do it to get Peng.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this isn't a.
I thought you were gonna say now. I'm like, I can't do that now.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna heal and then immediately buy a new health pack.
You could see if you could put that torch on the bottom of your shotgun, and then you'd have two things to use.
Good point. Then you're really cooking with a thing.
You have pneumatic torch. There you go. Now you can have a flamethrower when they get up close, and you can burn them with a flamethrower.
You
All
can
right.
flame them with the burn thrower.
You can burn the flame with the flamethrower.
It's such a like. Look how stupid this gun is.
Oh, it's fucking
Look how
idiotic
fucking
looking.
stupid. It's so dumb. But that's fine.
It's literally like that gun in 12-ounce mouse where he just
Oh,
keeps
shit, I
putting
need to
more
buy some-
barrels on it.
Because we fucked it up and recording didn't go as well as we wanted to. We talked about this, that the 12-ounce mouse is coming back.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch any of it or no?
I saw a couple like short clips on Twitter, and I saw like the guys like walking around talking to people. There's like a
Yeah.
clip where he talks to the square businessman, and he's like in a hot tub, and he's like, "Hey, maybe you should like give your money to like charity." He's like, "What's charity?" He's like, "Oh, you give it to people who are less fortunate or something." He's like, "That sounds poor," and he just like sinks down into the hot tub because that's
Yeah.
that's all businessman talks about is how he's rich and has money and how everyone else is poor. That's all he
It's
does.
great.
The one time he's like, "Yes, that's rich of smelling richness, rich money rich." He literally just says dumb bullshit like that. There's an episode where it's like almost the entire like 12-minute runtime, or like the entire like 22-minute runtime of the show is like like Shark is trying to start his car and his car won't start. And then it's like businessman is like, I'm gonna go buy a harmonica from the harmonica store, and it's literally just him trying to pick up a harmonica, and he can't figure out. The episode ends with like the car won't start and he can't buy a harmonica. That's the whole thing. It just cuts. It's like a complete like fuck you of an episode, and it's great.
All right, get in there, Coltrane. You got to shoot these grubs or whatever.